My name is John Weber. I am with Charter One Realty. I'm an associate broker. Welcome to another edition of Lowcountry Connect, where we're connecting you to the Lowcountry. Special treat today in front of beautiful Berkeley Hall. We're going to be talking with David Crowell of Movement Mortgage. So stay tuned. You're going to really like what he has to say about the market and housing and everything else. This is spring 2023. Let's get to it. So I'm here with David Crowell with Movement Mortgage, which I did a video with you maybe a year and a half ago. And so I thought it would be good to chat about the latest market conditions. But first, Mortgage Network has merged with Movement Mortgage.
Exactly. For the last 25 years, Mortgage Network has been the leader in the mortgage market in Beaufort County, in this part of the world, and in similar markets, these little gems up and down the east coast of the United States. We built a $4 billion company. We had great reputation, and a $40 billion company, Movement Mortgage, has come along and gobbled us up. So we're all very happy from a financial point of view. Are
they all over the country?
They are 50 states.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yep.
Whereas Mortgage Network was pretty much the East Coast, right?
Pretty much the East Coast.
Okay.
So we can now write mortgages in 50 states.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. Okay.
So
all right.
It's fun here because in this market, in Bluffton and Hilton Head and Beaufort, so many folks are coming from somewhere else.
Right.
And they leave friends behind, sometimes residences behind. So we're able to follow them back to Minnesota or Texas or wherever they are and do business there as well.
Good. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So it's been crazy the last couple of years.
Crazy last couple of years. This year, 2022, has been one shockwave after another from the financial side of the house. Interest rates going steadily up from 3% to 7.5% around Thanksgiving, Christmas. The stock market bouncing 500 points up and 750 points down,
right,
almost on a daily and certainly on a weekly basis. So it's caused a great deal of kind of worry and hesitancy. But the underlying pinnings of the market are, we're very tight for property and we have lots and lots of people who want to move here. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
And you were telling me the demand is super high for the next, how long?
For the National Association of Home Builders and the National Association of Mortgage Bankers agree for once on one thing, and that is that we are going to have a dislocation of supply and demand for at least the next decade.
Wow.
Not enough houses, basically.
That's amazing, really. That's amazing.
It's truly amazing. So when folks say, well, gee, back in, someone said to me this morning, back in New Jersey, houses are selling for a bit less. Temporary phenomenon. We don't have enough houses. We have too many people. The market is stable. The investment in a piece of real estate is absolutely stable and gently marking its way up. That's the truth of the matter.
So for people up north and they are getting ready to retire or retired and they are going to, quote, wait it out, it's a long wait.
It's a long wait.
Yeah.
You can time the market and pick up on an $800,000 purchase, $25,000 less this month, $25,000 more that month, $22,000 less that month. But picking the market I've been doing this for 30 years. You've been doing it for
37, but who's counting?
Who's counting? Picking the market is a bit like trying to determine when Apple is going to reach its peak.
Yeah,
right?
true. Yeah.
it's a fool's game. You need to have confidence in your personal life plan. What's going to serve you and your family and your retirement and your personal plan? What's going to serve it? Don't overly worry. Don't overly worry trying to pick the market. You can trust the fact that if you buy in, make a mistake, and it's the worst thing that ever happened to you, next year you'll be able to sell perfectly easily at or above what you paid.
Okay,
So
that's good. That's good.
That's kind of a negative sales pitch, but it's at the back of everybody's head. Am I doing the right thing? Well, Mortgage Bankers Association and the National Home Builders Association say you're good for the next 10 years.
Wow, that's amazing. And you know, the John Weber team, we refer a lot of business to your office, and I think it's important to for people to understand. Once you connect with David, it's all confidential.
Yep. 100%.
And the process is you're going to be asking them questions about their life plan, and a pre-qualification letter would be the first thing.
Yes, indeed.
Right?
Pre-qualification letter or pre-approval letter depends on how many documents we've been able to gather quickly, and it's 100% confidential. When I finish my initial phone call and have pulled credit and have come up with a plan with you, the call goes back to John saying, I talked to the Smiths, we had a great conversation, and they're very well qualified. John will say, up to what? And I will say, well, you're going to need to hear it from them. And that's the end of the conversation, unless you've authorized me to say to John, up to 500 or up to 600 or up to 700.
Okay. And what about clients that live up north that have financial advisors with various companies? Any wisdom on that one?
The objective of this conversation is to develop a plan that you're comfortable with, so that money is not rocketing around in your head while you're trying to look at your dream property. So you've got two objectives. One is to look at a retirement home or a second home and to find just the right thing and to make a $500,000 investment or $1 million investment here. So that's one thing that's going on. The other thing that's going on is a absolute symphony, cacophony of doubts, fears, insecurities in your head about, am I doing the right thing? How expensive is this really going to be? Should I really be doing this? Can I qualify for the mortgage? My job is to silence that noise. I'm perfectly willing to talk with your financial advisor, with your CPA, with your Uncle Charlie, whoever it is that is important in your life, so that we get it right. Mine is not a high pressure phone call. It's a silence the financial worry.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Well, I do know that I referred you to my daughter and my son-in-law.
Which is a lot of trust.
Yes, and my son-in-law is a very particular guy, and he's super smart, and he called me up. I know you talked to him a long time, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He said, David Crowell is great. And I said, okay, we got it, yay. So, but anyway, David helped them purchase a home. So.
This is a special relationship and a special trust that we've built up with John Weber and his team. And I can tell you that when the referral of his daughter came, it was a little bit like being asked to do surgery on a family member, which you really don't like to do.
Yeah,
right.
Right.
So I was filled with a little trepidation. Everything worked perfectly.
Yes, I mean, David knows all the different programs and mortgages and everything else. And you've been in this area how long?
Oh Lord, 1996.
Okay.
26 years.
Okay.
Yeah, 26 years. it's my job to have you not have to worry about all of that. So if you trust that I know all the angles and all the different programs and so forth, the conversation will lead us to what's best for you. And if there's a couple of options or 3 options that stand out, then I'm going to give them to you.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. That makes sense. Any other closing words of wisdom?
Do silence the financial noise early. In other words, way up front. You're looking or thinking about looking at houses, you've contacted the realtor. Get this financial conversation out of the way up front.
Yeah.
It'll make you a much savvier, happier.
Yeah, if you have a pre-qualification letter and you have a plan, you're in good shape. And as far as the demand and supply, I think it's also important to understand this is a huge draw in the United States to come down to the Lowcountry, this entire area here. And people keep asking me, gee, is it slowing down any? I mean, people are retiring, pre-retiring, relocation, work from anywhere, and it's not as crazy it was 2 years, the 2-year craziness, but that's active, wouldn't you say?
It's very active. It's very active.
And this is spring of 2023.
That's correct. And over 2020 and 2021, we were off our feet. We have in our pre-qualified and pre-approved file folders 200 people just in Mortgage Network Now Movement Mortgage, 200 people who have already been pre-qualified for homes in this area.
Wow.
Who have not yet bought. And a bunch of them are John Weber family members. The team. It's the built-up demand is there. Little things, like a $500 drop, a 500-point drop in the stock market yesterday, will stop somebody for a day or two.
Yeah, right.
Or a week.
Right.
But then it doesn't mean that New England suddenly got warmer. It doesn't mean that that potential buyer went away. They've just hesitated for a moment. So if you're wanting to come here, really don't hesitate. We will look after you.
I'm going to put David Crowell's information down below in the video, so you can call David directly if you want. You can call anyone on my team, but it might be nice. You can find his number and email down below in the video, Movement Mortgage Hilton Head, and they can call you directly just to get advice on market conditions, whatever you want to do.
Absolutely.
So I thank you for doing this in front of beautiful Berkeley Hall. So come see us. We'll talk to David. We'll find your dream home.